So when you're in the early stages of a new venture, what's the first process you put in place to really keep the chaos under control from the very start?
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
The first question I ask any business that comes in, whether it's through an acquisition or a private client, is just how do we create value in the marketplace? Which I know sounds really, really simple, but it's not asked as often as it should be. I think a lot of businesses don't realize why they deserve to exist. We ask questions around what are our goals and how do we do different things, and nobody pauses to say, like, do we deserve to even win?
Let's try to win, but not win by too much.
Wait, we don't want to win by too much?
And so the first question that I always ask is, how do customers and clients happen in this business? How do they get here? Because without those, you have no business. The second question I ask is, okay, once we got them, how do we serve them? So I want to get crystal clear on how do we sell and how do we serve? And I want this visualized. I want a picture. And it starts off with like sticky notes on a whiteboard, but I want a visual picture of what is essentially the customer journey, starting from the moment of awareness all the way through the different steps and stages to when somebody becomes a customer or client, and then how do we deliver on the promises that we made throughout that process. Once we have that, now you can pull back and say, okay, within this value flow, this is what we do. This is why we deserve to exist. What are the pieces within it that we don't want to screw up?
What does this button do?
What are the pieces in it that are recurring that we want to make sure we nail? That's where the actual process documentation begins for us. So we start with the value creation process and work backwards from there into figuring out what needs to be systemized and documented.